Hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing more derivative stuff in AP Calc. Just quick reviews, very quick, going through a lot of stuff with derivatives. This is the third video on derivatives. We're going to look at inverse function derivatives. And start off, we know the formula. There's a formula for this actually. So the derivative of the inverse of f, a is equal to 1 over derivative of the inverse of f, a. So we're going to be putting some functions in this form to get going on solving these equations. So an example would be f equals x plus 8 and x plus 1. And we want to find this f minus 1a for this function. We need real numbers to do so. Okay, so first off, x, we need to know that x has to be greater than -1. We don't want this bottom to be 0. That'd be pretty bad. Next, we also need, let's see. So it looks like that's the answer. Okay, so first we stated that, so we know that now. Next, we're going to find the derivative of this, and that's going to be our quotient rule from before. So at our quotient rule, we had the bottom times the top's derivative, so that's x plus 1 times 1 minus the top times the bottom's derivative. That's going to be x plus 8 times 1. Look at that. It's both 1 is the derivative of each of them. And then at the bottom, we have x plus 1 squared. It's quotient rule. Okay, when we do all of that, we get to the result f prime is equal to -7 over x plus 1 squared. Okay, so we know that from this, we know that f is decreasing on -1 to infinity. And now we just need to find the inverse. And how we do that, we switch the x and y of our original function. So this would be x equals y plus 8 over y plus 1. And now what we do, we just do some algebra. We multiply this bottom by that x, so we get xy plus x is equal to y plus 8. And we need to get the y's on each side. So how are we going to do that? Well, we could do some adding, subtracting. I'm going to go really fast here. Xy minus y is equal to -x plus 8. Now we pull out the y to get x minus 1 is equal to -x. Oops, -x, not 8. -x plus 8. Sorry about that. Now we just divide by x minus 1. So the y inverse is going to be -x plus 8 over x minus 1. So we found our inverse. Okay, so first now we need to look for when a 2. I think that was part of the problem. I just didn't write it. Sorry about that. So the f inverse of 2 is going to be plugging into 2 of this, and that would get us 6. So now, with that knowledge, we could use this formula from earlier, where the f, the inverse, the derivative of that, a is equal to 1 over f prime, f, the inverse of f at a. Okay, so now we just plug this knowledge in that we just found. So that's going to be 1 over f prime 6, because we found f, the inverse of f at 2 is equal to 6. So then you're actually doing 1 over f prime of 6. F prime is the derivative again. So now that becomes 1, -7 over 6 plus 1 squared. This would equal 1, -7 over 49. That would be 1 over -1/7. And if we're doing that, we just multiply by inverse, so this would equal -7. There we go. And I think we have a little bit of time to do. We could try another one here. I think I'm going to end the video here. It was kind of longer than I expected. Right, so that was the derivative of an inverse function. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good day.